Now, I forgot about this. I originally had it in my head, and I was gonna do it earlier on in the RIP series, but it entirely slipped my mind until today when I saw a mention of it on my subreddit of this terrible, terrible addition to League of Legends back in the day that was somehow the funniest thing that I'd ever seen at the time, and also the most awful thing that could have ever possibly happened to the game. Now, if you're entirely unable to read the title of this video, there used to be a statistic in the game that went alongside your lifesteal, your attack damage, and your ability power, and that thing was called dodge. Now, what is dodge, you ask? Well, it's quite literally exactly what it sounds like. Dodge was a passive stat in League of Legends that simply allowed you to dodge attacks entirely for the entire amount of damage that was dealt. If that doesn't already strike you as entirely abusable, or cancer, then you've just been identified as someone who didn't play League of Legends during this time. Now, dodge came in a variety of forms. The old Ninja Tabby used to give you 12% chance of dodging attacks. This Ninja Tabby passive wasn't unique, by the way, so you could literally just stack 6 of them if you really want to and have like 60% dodge with absolutely no repercussions, if you wanted to. But I just want to make that clear. It was not unique. Phantom Dancer 2, it gave you 20% if you picked up that item. You picked up both of them, you're already sitting on a 32% chance to dodge any auto attacks that are sent your way. And I mean, these aren't even expensive items we're talking about. Can you even imagine today playing bot lane up against a Vayne or something, someone who actually does build Phantom Dancer and can occasionally build Ninja Tabby, and you just cannot trade with the son of a bitch because you cannot fucking hit him? It is quite literally like that scene from The Matrix where Neo was just dodging bullets like it's nobody's business. There was also dodge runes as well, with yellows and quints having dodge runes of evasion. This gave you 11.25% dodge on top of all of those items, so you're sitting at almost 50% chance to dodge if you get those two items and you have a couple runes. Now, this was horrible. Nobody wants to play bot lane against a character that has an almost 50% chance to completely ignore you altogether. Oh, but honestly, this wasn't even the character that the statistic was completely abused on the most. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know Jax. We all know that he's a hard, snowbally character that can easily poop all over a game. But I just want you to know that he is nothing compared to how he used to be when dodge was a thing in the game. You see, his passive on his Counter-Strike, back then, it also used to give passive dodge, as well as just allowing him to dodge everything regardless if he had it active. That passive increase was up to 18%. Meaning that with all of these items and some runes, Jax could easily be rocking a dodge percent chance of up to 60% and potentially over, which you may notice is a little bit concerning. You see, champions like Tryndamere, well, they just didn't fucking exist if you were playing Jax back in the day. They simply had nothing that they could do to you in any way. Like, literally nothing. There's no shape or form could they do anything to you. In fact, if you were stupid enough to pick Tryndamere into Jax back then, well, not even your spawn was safe. Not even sitting in your summoner pool, just chilling with all the health and mana in the world, whatever. It wasn't safe because Jax, well, he could dodge the laser, couldn't he? He could just sit and fuck, like, you're gonna have to see this. You're gonna have to witness this in all its glory, just this clip. So you can see how this was an issue back in the day. Another bullshit RNG thing added to the game that basically just meant that if you were fighting Jax and you had him really low HP, he could very easily turn around, and if he got lucky enough with your attacks, they would do absolutely no damage to him, and then he would just kill you. And then you've started the snowball, haven't you? You just kill you again and again and again and again, and oh god. But still, even with that said, Jax was funny back in the day. He could 1v5 pretty easily because nobody could actually do any damage to him. Diving pools and somehow surviving without even taking any damage was also absolutely hilarious. And his turnaround potential was actually pretty funny. It's like taking a 1% crit rune on any champion just in case you get that crit, except far more cancer and abusable. Now, it's funny looking back at it now when I don't have to experience it, but Jax was not a lot of fun to play against back in the day, and I didn't really play Jax all that much. Played him occasionally, but yeah, it was not a lot of fun. So if you're not going to press F to pay your respects to Jax, I request that you at least press F to pay your respects to me for having to deal with that bullshit back in the day. You cannot look at these clips and tell me that this is not complete and utter cancer, and that you do not feel bad for me for having to experience this in all of its hideous glory back in the day. I'm okay with this being removed, but still, RIP. Hey guys, I'm streaming on twitch.tv because YouTube's kind of fucky right now. So, link in the description. Go check it out if you like me and you like my videos. I'm going to take a wild guess and say you'll probably like the streams too. Take care. Goodbye.